call it being a diva, but when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. The Razorbacks will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So Texas offense will take the field first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Palmer.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourself and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Lewis wants to pass. Makes the catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After that last completion, it's second down. Looking to fire. He'll try to do it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Texas. They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special teams, everybody feeds off their great energy.
So Arkansas's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew that they were going to be facing two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Got it behind the line. It's Butler. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Razorbacks will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. There he goes. And he gets it down to the 40.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Trying to find the end zone, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. On the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last two plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball.
There he goes. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those good old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying.
He'll take a shot. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. The Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll go to the ground. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Lewis to throw. Unloads it left. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake. You huddle the guys up, sudden change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Give to the single back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on third down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. That gives him 54 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. The Longhorns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Lewis wants to pass. Takes a shot as he lets it go.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Here's the pressure. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Sweeney. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear. One of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play. They're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Under fire. Wide open downfield. Turning it on. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Third down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes and gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
Looking left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They've got a first down here to open the period. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got him. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Got it! And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Here on third down. Lewis to throw. Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And how about the awareness by this guy? On third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get.
He gets it in. Touchdown, Texans. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Under fire. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. The Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. keeping it on the ground with the running back. He now has 63 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Lewis wants to pass. Looking to take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Longhorn! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Tulane has the lead right now, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves yet inside Yulman Stadium. They're up by 4 over UTSA. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, we'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Leaves it with the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
To the air, it's Dyer. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
He'll try to pop the draw. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Wants to throw. It's Dyer. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Arkansas! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And they did tack on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Got room at the 35. Breaks into the open. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the explosive run.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young.
A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Catch in the middle. It's Winston. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
It's complete on the right side. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Lewis to throw. Touchdown, Texas! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Texas. Coming out with it, it's fired. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. It's a draw. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Razorbacks are in the hurry-up. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds his big tight end. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Oh, they're after him. Had to throw it before he wanted. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
And the Razorbacks decide to punt it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Leaves it with the running back. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. The give to the back. Nice move to keep running. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got it in the middle. It's Butler. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The give to the back. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Rush is on him. Finding open areas. There he goes.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The Razorbacks really need to keep this drive alive on third down. He'll sneak it. And the Razorbacks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The lone back's got it. Crosses the 10. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
With the run on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that...
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Akron is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 2 to Central Michigan. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Touchdown, Arkansas! The defense putting points on the board.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Lewis wants to pass. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He lets one fly deep. He's got it on the right. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Fires left, and they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Trying to get behind the defense. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. we'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket.
Touchdown, Longhorn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. To the air, it's Dyer. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
The Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Here comes the Texas offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So Reese with that drive.
Takes it the other way. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
To the ground. He's got it again. Turning it on. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. He's at the 22.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Longhorns have pushed it inside the 20. Lewis to throw. Got the quick pass. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Lining up to convert 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll give it to the back. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. So on 4th and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to salt this thing away with a touchdown. He'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's fired. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. Looking to pass. It's Dyer. Pulls it in. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Razorbacks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Fires to the middle. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll try the run. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Fires it incomplete.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They'll run for it. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
A little bit of inside, a little bit of outside. Nice job. Hey, keep guessing, right? You run it up the middle to keep them honest. Now toss it on the perimeter. Make them set the edge on the outside.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man, looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Dropping back, it's Dyer. Pocket breaking down. Look out, he's got room. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off. He gets a positive gain.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Razorbacks send out the punt unit.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. On the move, it's Overton. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. Got the 1st down and more. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
To the ground with the back. Nowhere for him to run again, and now 4th down is going to be a tough one.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Trying to do it on the ground. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Elevates over his man. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared.